The important thing to know about triangles and their angles is that the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180. In other words, the angles that are inside it. And the tricky thing about this problem is we only have one angle that's inside the triangle. The others are kind of unknown, although not entirely. One thing we know is that this one right here is 5x minus 27, and it has to match. See that one right there? Those are called vertical angles, and they are always equal to each other. So when you see a vertical angle like that, maybe it's just trying to be a little sneaky, but it's the same thing as the one you're missing. And then this one right here, this situation, that's called supplementary. Can't squeeze that in there. Supplementary means adds up to 180. So if I'm going to find that angle inside the triangle, that last one that I'm missing right here, we're going to have to make a little equation for that. And we're going to say, let's call that x. We're going to say 7x, no, I can't call it x because that letter is taken. Let's call it a question mark. I'm going to say the question mark plus 7x equals 180. So what is the question mark? Well, you subtract 7x from both sides, and you get 180 minus 7x. So that's that missing angle right there. Let's write that in here so we don't forget it. So I've got 180 minus 7x inside the triangle. And now you see we've got all three interior angles that I need. That's what this first part is asking you. It's saying, hey, do you understand what vertical angles are? With the 57, that's just reading, right? Do you understand what an interior angle is? And the third one is, do you understand what supplementary means? So that's 180 minus 7x. And do you understand that all these three things added together equal 180? Well, great. We've got the first part done. Now we have to solve this equation that we just made. So I'll write it out the whole way. This is 5x minus 27 plus 57 plus 180 minus 7x equals 180. So just hang on here. We just have to combine some like terms. This won't be too bad. I know that negative 27 plus 57 is just 30, right? And you could use a calculator to do this part, but if you add up those numbers, those three numbers right here in a calculator, you're going to get 210. And the only other things to keep an eye on are the 5x and the negative 7x. And if you combine those two like terms, you're going to see that you get minus 2x. And then we have on the right still 180. So what's next? Well, we subtract both sides. And we say minus 210. So this is going to give me negative 2x equals negative 30. Okay. Next, we divide both sides by negative 2, and we get x equals 15. So that's our answer. And basically every version of this problem is going to run the same way. You have to understand what vertical angles are over here. You have to understand what supplementary angles are, right? That next one that we did over here. And you have to understand that the sum of all these three things equals 180.